So, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you had all a nice lunch break. And yeah, welcome to my presentation, the Igel transformation. So, yeah, 1 minute to my person. My name is Timo Siedenberg. I'm coming from Germany, and yeah, I'm coming directly from Bremen, where the Igel headquarters is located. I'm working for Igel since 2004, so I belong a little bit to the Igel inventory. And yeah, I spent a lot of time in the Nordics, especially in Sweden. I changed my role a couple of times. Nowadays, I'm vice president for the customer operations. Yeah, and today I'm here to tell you a little bit about the way that Igel has gone and maybe more important, our future. And please do me a favor, my colleague Frederick Butzdick is in the chat, so if you have any questions, just place them into the chat, and of course you can contact me later as well with a direct message or here in this chat window, so we will definitely answer all your questions. And of course we will be available in our booth as well. You should definitely have a look there, and there is a lot of good content available for you. I prepared a small agenda for the next 25 minutes. And I think very important is that every future needs a past. So I will give you a very short, let's say, look back in the history. Then I will talk about the Igel OS 11, our operating system that we are using at the moment. The Igel Trader program, which is maybe interesting for the one or other person here in this presentation. Our advanced services, the community, our new support system, and of course, we have time for questions and answers via the chat. Yeah, once upon a time, as I said, I started in 2004, and to that time we were 25 employees within Igel, and our business were mainly placed in Germany. Nowadays, we are 450 people worldwide. Since 3-4 years, we have really a good ongoing business in the United States of America. We have in a lot of European countries offices. Our headquarters is still in Bremen. Our development with approximately 70-75 people is still in Augsburg. And yeah, I mean, I think a few of you, or maybe a lot of you, know Igel as a hardware company, as a thin client vendor. And of course, this is not completely wrong. I mean, our name is connected to thin clients. That is not a big secret. But we changed the system a lot. In former times, I would say I, as a salesperson in that time, I never had the feeling that I'm selling a hardware. I was always selling the hardware over the software. That means our operating system. So we were always known as very flexible because we had our own development. We had in former times as well a lot of technology partners like Citrix, like VMware. In Sweden, a big partner of us is SecMaker. So we have this NetID plugin integrated into our operating system, which delivers, especially in the governmental area, a good flexibility and a high security. The thing was, and of course, our management tool, which is very well known and which is definitely a big benefit if you go for Igel licenses or products. The thing was that our software was always, let's say, married with our hardware. That means that if an Igel thin client was breaking down, you had to throw it away or to recycle it, and then your license was gone as well. And that changed completely. Since 2018, we separated hardware and software completely. That makes us completely independent. So in former times, we saw the big vendors like HP or Dell, we saw them as competitors. And of course, we were in competition with them a lot of times, especially in big tenders. Nowadays, I would say I see them personally more or less as partners, because if a customer would like to go with HP or Dell devices, they can easily use our OS 11, put it on the hardware. It has to be an x86 device, so the requirements are quite low. The device should handle 64 bits. And then you can use our OS 11 more or less on every endpoint. And you can manage with our UMS, the management tool, more or less every endpoints in your environment. And that was a big question in former times that we get from a lot of customers. dear Igel, we love your management tool, but we would like to manage all our endpoints with that. And in that time, that was not possible. So UMS means you can only manage Igel thin clients. That changed 100%. Now you can put the OS 11 on nearly every endpoint and manage it central with our UMS. So I would say now you know about the transformation, but of course there are a few things more that belong to it. So we increased our services. In former times, we never offered any services. It was, of course, we had a pre-sales service that was free of charge. We had a support that was free of charge. Support had waiting times, I would say, in average 2 to 3 days. We do not have a priority support. We do not have an TRM, so technical relationship manager, or we never offered a health check, or all of these tools that other software companies, and this is typical for software companies, were offering, we did not have. We were not working with maintenance, we were not working with subscription, and there is a big change now. So, and as you learned in a former presentation from N Computing and from Frederick as well, we have now a cooperation with N Computing as well. That means we are ready for Raspberry Pi. So this is also a big change. So with Igel operating system, the OS 11, you get really a lot of new functionalities and you are very independent. And it's a very thin operating system, very secure, Linux-based. And even Microsoft announced that they like if the endpoint has the Linux operating system and that Microsoft is in the cloud. So yeah, the Igel OS, should I upgrade? I would really recommend to you, yes, you should, and do it now. Because why now? Because now it's the best time. We have a fantastic offer outside, and there are a lot of good reasons why you should do it. As I said, there is a license portability. So in former times, if an Igel thin client was breaking down, you had to recycle it and the license was gone. This is completely different today. Now you can just put the license and put it to a new endpoint. And as I said, it hasn't to be an Igel endpoint. It can be in Dell, HP, whatever device. So 64-bit is important. Test it before and then roll it out. And of course, we offer a service for that as well. If you are not sure if your environment can handle the OS 11, bring us into the game. We will check that for you for a little amount of money, and then you are sure that it's working and can go on. For all the channel partners here in this group, we are 100% channel. So everything is going through distribution partner, reseller, and customer. That was always the way, and we have no plans to change that. Another reason, our work from home package. That's our UD Pocket. So, I mean, I know in Sweden, work from home, that is a usual thing. In other countries like Germany, we are a little bit Stone Age. So for us, it was new. But now, due to COVID, a lot of companies are starting with it. So we have the UD Pocket, which is a OS 11, but on a temporary base. So that means if you plug the UD Pocket into your Apple Mac or into your ThinkPad from Lenovo or whatever it is, you have the choice. You can boot from USB, and then you can boot from this UD Pocket, and then you have the OS 11 operating system on your device. And if you plug the UD Pocket out, then you have your old device back. And this is perfect for home workers. So you as a company do not have to take care to deliver them everything. You only have to deliver them a small stick and, of course, a manual how to do it. And then they can use their stuff at home, a PC or a laptop or whatever it is, and work with the UD Pocket. So a very secure way, and you can manage it with the UMS as well. And it's very price aggressive. So it's a really cool thing. If you need if a test version for it, just go out to us and then we will ship you a UD Pocket that you can test it. With OS 11, you have access to the latest technologies, Citrix Workspace app, Horizon 7. Of course, we have a cooperation with AWS, with Windows Virtual Desktop from Microsoft. You have access to all these functionalities, and you don't have that with OS 10 or Linux 4 or 5 that we were selling before. So OS 11 is delivering all of that to you. There are many more reasons. I think I will not go to every line now, but you have really improved functionalities, especially with the license portal. You have a higher flexibility. So you should really, if you have need, you should really do that now, because at the moment we have a fantastic offer. At the moment, the offer is very simple. So if you have Igel devices in use, it doesn't matter if it's Linux 4, Linux 5, OS 10. To give you a time frame, we started with Linux 4 in 2009. So we are talking about more than 11 years now. So if you have devices from that time, you can just send us a small screenshot of your UMS, so that we can see, okay, customer XY is using, let's say, 50 Linux 5 devices. Then we will send you exactly the same number that you have in use, in that case 50. We will send you 50 Workspace edition, that is the OS 11. The only thing that you have to do is to buy 3 years maintenance, which is, compared to the normal price of the OS 11, really a very, very good offer. So please ask your reseller or your distribution partner for it, or come to us directly. We will not sell it directly, but of course we will answer your questions, and go for it. Please test it before. So as I said, it's 64-bit is really the requirement on x86. And if you have any questions there, we will answer that. And if you have the question, if your environment can do it, we can help you out there as well with a special service for it. So, and then you have OS 11, and then you have access to all the mentioned functionalities from the slide before. Yeah, I explained it. Yeah, now I was a little bit too fast, to be honest. So most of what is on this slide I explained already. So as I said, it's available for Linux 4, 5, and 10. So we cover the last 11 years. Small screenshot of your UMS. And then you can buy 3 years of maintenance, and you will get the Workspace edition. Of course, you have the possibility to do it with 4 or 5 years if that is needed. That is possible. 3 years is the minimum. Yeah, a short overview about our professional services. And this is also new at Igel. And of course, why we are doing it? Because we would like to be seen as a software company. We are, from the bottom of the heart now, a software company. But of course, the market sometimes has still the view Igel is related to hardware. And I mean, as I said, we did that business a long time. So we are now a software company with our own hardware on board. So our hardware, the Igel thin clients, are not away. It's still at the market. We are still selling them, but the focus is really on software. We offer special services in our advanced services or professional services, as you can see here, a health check, for example. This is really for existing customers to make sure that you are ready for an upgrade. For example, we have a design workshop, which we can offer if you are in this phase, in the decision phase. Should we go with Igel products or not? So we can really help you with return on invest to calculate that with total cost of ownership. We can really create a design of your infrastructure to help you out there. And of course, everything, and that is available, that is guilty for all these services, is documented. So you will get everything documented, what we are doing. So this is forever, so to say. If you decided to go with Igel licenses with the OS 11, then we offer a quick start as well. So we offer you to help you with the rollout. That is also a service that we offer. And of course, maybe there's a question now, what about the partners? Are we going in competition with our partners? No, absolutely, we are not going to do that. It is, I would say, it's exactly the opposite. We have a new partner program called Velocity. So our target is really to educate as most partners as possible to deliver these services. So you can have a training from us. We will educate you. to do a health check, for example, to do a quick start. That is a small investment from the partner, definitely, but that is our target, to have really as many partners as possible who can deliver it in the single markets in Europe and in the US. Yeah, and if the end customer would like to have it from the vendor directly, of course, we will not sell it directly. We will sell it through the channel. That is also important to know. Nothing is going directly. Even if we roll that services out, you as a partner will earn money on that. So, and of course, we have it scaled into different levels. So we have the normal quick start, we have the quick start enterprise, and enterprise plus. Enterprise plus is in this area, let's say Walmart, which is also, by the way, a customer of us. So where we talk about really 6-digit seats. So that is a plus. Quick start is for all customers, and the enterprise, I would say, is from 5,000 seats. That are only recommendations, so it's not fixed. And of course, we have a daily consulting SKU. So if you have only a small thing where we only need, let's say, a couple of hours, we have the Igel Phone a Friend service, where we can offer you a couple of hours of our time to help you out. Very new within Igel is as well our Igel education, the Igel Academy. So I can really recommend to have a look into it. We have 2 completely free of charge certificates. This is the certified sales professional with basic informations. If you do that, it will cost you about, I would say, 90 minutes to do the lesson and the test. If you do that, you have a really good overview about our company, and we have the certified professional, which is a little bit more technical. So there you have the basic installation of the UMS, for example, and this is also free of charge. You just have to sign in the academy. You can do the tests. You should do the lessons before, and if you pass the test, you can just upload it and print it or put it on LinkedIn or whatever. So we like to see it, of course. And then we have the premium pass. So the premium license for this academy. There you have the certified engineer, the architect, and the expert. And in between you have ice packs with special topics, like, for example, the UMS, like the ICG, like lessons about NVIDIA and Igel, and so on. And we are steadily bringing out new ice packs and new certificates. And this license, this premium license, has a maintenance or a subscription for 1 year. So then you can renew it or not. And in this 1 year, you have access to absolutely everything what is available in this academy. You should definitely give it a try. It's a really cool stuff, and you can start with the free of charge stuff. Then we have our Igel community. Doug Brown is the leader of that. He founded it in 2017. In the meantime, 5,500 members are in, and this is a really cool independent platform. It is not a replacement for our support, but of course, if you have a problem or a challenge, you can first look there. A lot of things are solved there. It's really it's an extremely cool platform. As I said, with 5,500 members from all areas, from all over the world, from partners, from end customers, from technology partners. We have, of course, Igel guys in there as well with a lot of technical knowledge. So, and there's really cool stuff. And we really hope that we can do the next face-to-face community meeting, wherever it is and whenever it is. We did a few before COVID, and we will come back with that as well. So, as I said, Douglas Brown is hosting that. He did a fantastic job. It's really impressive what he made there. Our support, you know, our support from former times, it was always available. The waiting times were a bit, but we were not charging for it. So now we have the select support. Every customer who is in maintenance can use this support. The only thing that we changed there is that the phone support is canceled for that kind of select support. You have the choice or the chance to book priority support. This is from 300 seats. If you have less, you can still go with priority. but you have to pay for 300 seats. That is the way. So everybody can do it, but we recommend it from 300 seats. So you have much faster answering times there, and of course you have phone support. In critical cases, you have 4 business hours, and with priority support, you have even 24/7 and 2 hours response time in critical cases. So that is also a change that we did last year. Yeah, that makes us absolutely more professional. We can really handle customers much better in that way, and it's well accepted. So one thing more I have. So I have a few minutes time left. I will talk a little bit about our own event, the Disrupt, which will come on the 25th of February. So that is a big event with a lot of sponsors like Citrix, Microsoft, VMware. They have all sessions, so you can learn a lot from all over the IT, yeah, let's say the IT world. Of course, you have Igel sessions there as well. So we are calculating approximately with 1,500 to 2,000 attendees. It's European time zone. So we have 2 events, one for the US and one for Europe, that we do really have good times for it. We did it 1 year ago. Yeah, one event for everybody. And of course, that is very critical for the US or for Europe if you have one time zone only. So this is European time zone, and give it a chance. It's free of charge. Just sign up for it. If you go to www.igel.com, you will find it very easily. It's on the first page. Sign up and look at the agenda, what kind of sessions you would like to see, and just sign up for it. So this is from my side. So if you have any questions, put it to the chat or give me a direct email or come to our booth. So yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. I hope that I can come back to Sweden soon. And of course, I'm looking forward, as always, to see you at the virtual bar for a beer in the evening. And yeah, have fun. See you. Bye-bye.